Anxiety is an inevitable part of life. From financial pressures to social expectations, modern stressors often leave us overwhelmed. But what if the key to inner peace has been around for over 2,000 years? The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome mastered the art of resilience and control in the face of uncertainty. By applying their timeless wisdom, we can learn to navigate anxiety with clarity and strength. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses. Anxiety thrives when we resist uncertainty, but Stoicism provides a mindset shift that transforms stress into an opportunity for growth. Through 3 key steps, we can adopt a Stoic approach to overcoming anxiety, recognizing what we can control, practicing present moment awareness, and cultivating resilience. Step 1. Recognizing what you can and cannot control. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the idea that some things are within our control while others are not. This concept, emphasized by Epictetus, helps us shift our focus from worrying about the uncontrollable to taking action on what we can influence. Anxiety often stems from trying to control the uncontrollable. Whether it's the economy, other people's opinions, or the unpredictability of life, worrying about these factors only leads to frustration. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to redirect our energy toward what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By consciously accepting that external events are beyond our power, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This shift in mindset alone can significantly reduce anxiety. A practical exercise to reinforce this principle is journaling. Each morning or evening, write down your worries and categorize them, controllable or uncontrollable. Then, commit to taking action on the controllable and letting go of the rest. Over time, this practice rewires your thinking to focus on solutions rather than stress. Another effective approach is to use mental reframing. When faced with a stressful situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, practice radical acceptance. Remind yourself that no amount of worry will change the outcome. This method helps dissolve unnecessary anxiety by eliminating futile rumination. In addition, adopting a mindset of indifference to external outcomes can be liberating. The Stoics believed that while we should strive for excellence, we should also detach ourselves from results. If you prepare thoroughly for a presentation, but the audience reacts poorly, remind yourself that you did your best. Everything else is beyond your control. The Stoics also taught the practice of focusing only on present actions rather than outcomes. They believed that if you do what is right and rational in the moment, the outcome will take care of itself. This principle applies to any aspect of life: relationships, work, or health. Obsessing over results leads to stress, while focusing on the process fosters peace of mind. One final exercise is practicing voluntary acceptance of external events. Instead of resisting what happens, accept it with grace. The next time you experience an unexpected difficulty, instead of reacting with frustration, pause and say to yourself, "This is outside my control. I will focus only on my response." This small habit can have a profound effect on reducing anxiety. Step 2. Practicing present moment awareness. Another major source of anxiety is dwelling on the past or fearing the future. Stoicism, much like mindfulness, emphasizes living in the present moment. Seneca, a famous Stoic, stated, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Often, our worries exist only in our minds, not in the present reality. One method to cultivate presence is through the Stoic exercise of negative visualization. This involves briefly imagining worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on fear, but to prepare the mind for any outcome. Paradoxically, this reduces anxiety by training us to accept and adapt rather than fear uncertainty. Breathing exercises and meditation are also practical tools. The Stoics believed in focusing on the rhythm of breath to anchor themselves in the present. Try this. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and repeat. This technique calms the nervous system and shifts your attention away from anxious thoughts. By embracing the present moment, we escape the trap of endless what-ifs and ground ourselves in reality. The next time anxiety strikes, ask yourself, is this happening now, or is it just my mind running ahead? The more you return to the present, the less power anxiety has over you. Another useful exercise is attention redirection. When caught in a spiral of anxious thoughts, shift your focus to a tangible sensory experience. Listen to the sounds around you, feel the texture of an object, or observe your surroundings in detail. This technique forces your mind out of worry mode and into the now. Furthermore, adopting an attitude of acceptance toward uncertainty can be transformative. Anxiety often arises from the need to predict or control the future. Instead, remind yourself that uncertainty is the natural state of life. The Stoics saw uncertainty not as a threat, but as an opportunity to practice adaptability and inner peace. Another powerful technique is removing attachment to expectations. Many anxieties come from wanting things to happen a certain way. By letting go of rigid expectations and focusing on flexibility, you free yourself from constant worry about the future. Step 3. Cultivating resilience. Through perspective, resilience is the ability to endure hardships without being emotionally defeated. The Stoics viewed obstacles not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Reframing challenges as lessons rather than threats helps us navigate anxiety with strength. Instead of seeing stress as a burden, view it as a teacher. Every difficulty carries a lesson that, when embraced, makes you stronger and wiser. A powerful Stoic practice is voluntary discomfort, intentionally facing small hardships to build mental toughness. This could mean taking cold showers, fasting, or temporarily giving up luxuries. By doing so, you prove to yourself that you can endure discomfort and thrive despite it. Additionally, practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what's wrong to what's right. Each day, list 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This habit rewires your brain to see abundance rather than scarcity, reducing stress and increasing resilience. Another useful approach is amor fati, or love of fate. Instead of resisting life's challenges, embrace them as part of your path. When faced with difficulties, remind yourself that everything happens for a reason, and that each obstacle is an opportunity to grow. A technique called mental contrasting can also help. This involves thinking of a goal, imagining obstacles in your way, and planning how you will overcome them. This method strengthens resilience by preparing your mind for challenges in advance. A Stoic path to inner peace anxiety will always be present, but how we respond to it determines its power over us. By recognizing what we can control, practicing present moment awareness, and cultivating resilience, we align ourselves with the wisdom of the Stoics. Instead of being ruled by fear, we gain the strength to face life's uncertainties with confidence. Applying these Stoic principles doesn't mean eliminating anxiety, it means mastering it. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember, the mind is your greatest asset. Train it, strengthen it, and let Stoic wisdom guide you toward lasting peace.